Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing your March 2021 general reading. And so on this side, I'm going to be looking at the energies in your relationship sector. And this can be romance, family, friend, even co-workers. And then over here, we'll be taking a look at your career and money sector and all of the energies in that. And then we're going to clarify everything with the tarot and get you some advice about any obstacles you might have over the coming month and how you can navigate around them. So let's go ahead and get started. So your overall animal energy for the month of March is the rabbit. The rabbit is just so cute and lovable, right? But the rabbit energy also signifies that you or someone really close to you could be very skittish and very scared. So what the rabbit does is it can talk really fast. It can get all these stories kind of up in their head and even like talk to their friends and family, romantic partners about all of their fears. So what they're doing is they're almost like causing all of this drama around themselves, and it causes like this dust cloud, and then you cannot see through the dust to see what the plan is. So if that makes sense to you, if it's resonating, this can be you or this can be someone that's close to you, but just in a sense of fear, just like totally not knowing what is going on, either maybe in your relationship sector or your career sector or both, right? So we'll take a look at that. One of the things about the rabbit energy is that it's just good to just kind of like stop. It's kind of like, have you ever been like with a 2-year-old that's just running around and, just like has so much energy and everything, and then, they just stop, right? And it's kind of like you almost have to get yourself to stop, because a lot of times the rabbit energy means that you're kind of in your head and you're running around, your thoughts are just racing, and you just need to quiet your mind, okay? So maybe meditation, spending time in nature, those types of things are really good. So in your relationship sector, you have watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. Yes, just like spending time in nature, just relaxing, watching the clouds and having that, conversation with yourself or with somebody that you're with about what the clouds look like. Oh, that one looks like an ice cream cone and that one looks like a clown or whatever, right? But just kind of relaxing, because I do feel like for some of you, if you're resonating that you are the rabbit energy, you just may feel like you have no control over your life. And the first step is just to let your mind kind of relax. If this is somebody that is, close to you, like a romantic partner or a friend or a family member, and they are like expressing all of this fear constantly, right? And you can tell that they're just kind of like skittish, like a rabbit, right? Just like ready to jump out of their skin at any time. You may want to suggest that, the two of you or a group go and just kind of like spend some time in nature, just wind down, try to think really positively, and just to try to get their mind off of their fears. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the Twin Flame Oracle cards, and even though this is not a Twin Flame reading, I love these cards because they help to tell the energy in your relationship sector. So you have memories, nostalgia, repetition, attachment, reliving the past, let it go. So since this is in your relationship sector, this could be a relationship that you are either having conflict in or had conflict in the past. You may even be separated from this person or thinking of, parting ways. And this is just the rabbit energy of rehashing it all, right? Going over, the good times, but also kind of the bad times, and just staying attached to the energy of this person or persons. And because of that, you're just kind of like stuck in this rabbit energy. So it's time to let this go. Spirit is coming in and saying it's time to let this person or these memories go so that you can move on in your path. Very nice. Okay, and perception, red flags, delusion, perspective. See through your own false beliefs. So once again, I think this is kind of like the rabbit energy, right? Sometimes we get into that fearful kind of energy, and then what happens is we actually kind of like almost make up stories that help us to rationalize our fears. And this is spirit just saying, it's time to just see things as they really are, perhaps. If you are perceiving real red flags, then to deal with those, but don't let your fears about what may be going on in a relationship cloud your judgment about the relationship. Okay, and we're going to look at that more in the tarot. So now let's go to career and money. Desert passage, trust there's a divine plan. So this can sometimes be a really difficult energy. And Virgo, I'm going to say right off the bat, you do seem to have like maybe going through a little bit of an emotional time right now because you have the desert passage, and in the desert there's like nothing all around. So you may feel extremely isolated from people or from people that are supporting you. You may even feel like your spirit guides or the universe has turned their back on you. But you also need to keep in mind that there is a divine plan. So when you're going through times like this, it's really good to just kind of understand that your job is to surrender to the journey. Just kind of go ahead and be flexible. Try to allow these fears to kind of go to the side. Get out of your head. One way to do that is like to exercise, spend time grounding yourself in nature. But I really do feel like a lot of times it's like exercise, warm baths, things that help you to relax and also expel some of that extra energy that we sometimes have. So not all people, but sometimes when we're anxious, we have like a lot of excess energy. And, exercising, yoga, going for a walk in nature are good ways to try to calm our minds and also expel some of that excess energy. But with this card, Spirit is really letting you know you are not alone. There is a divine plan. And at the moment, you cannot see what's on the other side of those mountains, and right now you may be just staring at the mountains and getting kind of fearful, like I don't know if I have what I need to get over those mountains. I don't know if I have the resources, the energy, the passion, the motivation, the drive. But what Spirit is saying is yes, you do. You definitely do. Okay, so you have the deception card. So there could be, this is kind of the office gossip type of energy, right? Where you could be like up for a promotion or a new position of some sort. And you may feel like people are talking about you behind your back, maybe not even giving you a recommendation that you need, something like that. You may feel like, backstabbing is occurring. And this is, once again, that energy of being kind of fearful and making sure that your perception of that is real, is in reality, that you're not kind of blowing up something bigger than it really is. And, for some of you, this relationship energy over here is perhaps even your coworkers, right? You may feel like there is a huge lap there. One of the things I like about this reading is that the energies that we have in one area a lot of times do play out in both, in the other area, right? If you're having trouble in a romantic relationship, you're not feeling as confident in everything, so that can affect your, career life. And if your career is kind of like, you're like on this lonely, deserted passage, perhaps even changing, your career or your job, something like that, that can also affect, romantic, friend, family relationships. Okay, and your other one is courage. So Spirit is acknowledging that you do need courage as you're going through this, but to also remember that you have that courage. You have that inner strength to help you guide yourself through this, spending time listening to your heart and your intuition instead of your mind will help you move through this and navigate it much more smoothly. Now let's go to the Psychic Tarot so that we can get a little bit more information and possibly, some advice here from Spirit about this. So what I'm going to do is look at the past and present energies, then your obstacle, and then advice from Spirit, and then finally the outcome. So let's take a look first at your past energy. What do we have here? Discontent and boredom. Okay, and this really kind of goes into either one of these. This is the Four of Cups energy. This means that, in the typical traditional tarot, looking at the three spilt cups, and there's a fourth cup behind them, but they don't see it. And this is the universe just letting you know that, you may have been discontent in your job, you may have been discontent in a relationship, or discontent in both of them. And that to realize that you only need to turn to see the vision of what you really want. You may just feel like it's never going to come in for me. Like my life is just, I really do feel like a lot of you are struggling in both areas. And because of that, that is a very tough energy, because if you're having issues, conflict in one area, the other area might be going well, and you can just, push yourself into your career and money to kind of like get through the emotional impact of something. But if you're feeling this energy, this Four of Cups energy, maybe even in both areas, that is difficult, right? So just try to make sure you're taking really good care of yourself, eating healthy, getting good sleep, exercising, definitely exercising, spending time in nature, trying to calm down this rabbit energy of fear. And if you are resonating with this reading, it's no wonder that you're kind of in that rabbit energy, right? Just very fearful, like I don't have, anything I can hang my hat on right now. Okay, so you have three cards that jumped out for the present energy. So let's look at them. You have Patience, which is the Temperance card. Rest and Rejuvenation, which is the Four of Swords card. So this is a card of healing at Third Eye Chakra. My goodness. Okay, so you have two major arcana here. And what, Spirit is saying is that if you're not here yet, you are going to come into this energy. You just need to have patience. The divine plan is being, worked on. Even though you may not feel it, it is coming into play. And to listen to your intuition, right? To spend this time in meditation. You have the Rest card here a lot, because the rabbit, energy is to rest, to calm your mind. Then you have the Watching Clouds, and now, the Four of Swords, Rest and Rejuvenate. So you definitely need to take time to, to just kind of calm your mind, and don't worry about figuring everything out. The rabbit sometimes wants to figure everything out, but with that Temperance card, the Patience card here, it's letting you know that you're just going to have some patience. So your obstacle is the Balance. This is, Justice card. So your obstacle this month is to try to stay balanced. And Virgo, it is hard to stay balanced when you have all of this emotional, and even if this is not like a lot of you know, obstacles, it's just a lot of emotions. I feel like it's an emotional time for you more than anything else. So once again, that self-care is going to be so important. Put yourself first. Put your concerns about what people may be saying about you or things that have happened in the past. Kind of like try to really not go there. Try to think of, you know, calm thoughts, positive thoughts, affirmations, you know, mantras to help you stay in a very positive vibe as much as you possibly can. Remember, you have the courage to get through this. So their advice is the Tower. So this, you know, you're probably sitting there going, what? The Tower, how can that be advice? But this is Spirit saying things are possibly, it'll resonate differently with, you know, each of you, but things are possibly leaving your life. You may have a relationship that's leaving your life. You may have a job that's leaving your life. But what you need to keep in mind is that the Tower, when the Tower falls, it's because what is in your life right now is no longer for your higher good. And so it needs to go. You know, either you are asking it to go or the universe is removing it for you, but not to worry because it is being removed because there's something so much better coming in. Okay. I think I'm going to take this one and then I'll pull one more. So here you have patience and planning. So you definitely have the patience card coming in again. This is like the Seven of Pentacles. It means that you're planting the seeds, and it's so perfect because, you know, you do, I feel like a lot of you do have things leaving your life, but it's so that you can plant the seeds for a much better, much brighter future. And let's take one more there, please, Spirit. Can we have one more for patience and planning? The Seven of Pentacles. Oh, nice. Yeah, so this is, you know, this is kind of this Two of Pentacles. Movement, choices, decisions. And, you know, I'm going to say 2 and 7. 2 plus 7 is 9. And 9 is at the end of a cycle. So what's happening is that you are making some decisions. You're going to come into this, you know, feeling very soon, this part of your path where you are going to be starting to make some decisions and planning for your future. And at the same time, kind of ending this part of your reading. You're definitely going on to a new path. Very nice, Virgo. Nice energy. Okay, so with the discontent and boredom, oh my, you have the Ten of Swords. You know, this is all the swords are in your back. It's been very painful. This is one of the most painful cards in the deck. What has happened here has been very disappointing, and not just disappointing, but really like heartbreaking. You're very, very sad about, you know, how things have turned out either in your relationship or your career and money sector. And, you know, I'm really getting a very, overwhelming feeling, like I'm tearing up because I do feel like, you know, this energy is just really, really heavy. And when you have that much sadness, it is really easy to fall into that rabbit energy of just being in fear, you know, like, once again, like you have nothing to hang your hat on. They keep saying that to me, you know, like you may even be, you know, if you have a relationship that's ending or something, you may be having to find a new home. Or if your job, you know, you've lost your job or you're making some change in your career, you may have to move cities. You know, you just have like a lot on your plate is the way I feel. This rabbit energy, you're just like your mind is just racing. You're not sure you can handle all of it at once, because once again, I think you have a lot of change going on in your life. But here's Spirit again saying you have the courage. You can do this. You have your armor on, right? He has the armor here. You have your armor on. You are going to be fine. You are going to get through this. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify your present energy. And so you have, oh, the Ten of Wands. Virgo, I'm really sorry, because I really can tell that you're really kind of having a tough time of it. So this, the Ten of Wands is kind of like, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. You've been, through war, and you have the scars to show for it. And the Ten of Wands is kind of a desolate feeling. She has like everything she owns right here, and it's not a lot, right? And she's moving on and possibly not even knowing where she's going, right? But the thing is that realize your path is lit, that the divine does know your path. It definitely does. And you don't have to know where all of this is leading right now, because the divine is taking care of that. Your spirit guides and angels, they know that everything is going to be all right. And they are around you, supporting you, helping you find the way. And that's why it's so important to calm your mind, to go watch the clouds, to get into your intuition, to meditate, to ask them for guidance, ask them what the next step is, and they will help you on this journey. So let's see what we have here for the Balance card. The Hanged Man. Yeah, so you're just kind of like, your obstacle is that you don't know what's coming. You're waiting for information. You may be waiting for your intuitive guides to give you information, and you may feel like you're just disconnected with your guides. But that is part of that is because of this fear that you have, and your mind is racing. So once again, the message is so clear about trying to let your mind be calm, and allowing them, your angels, your spirit guides, to guide you on this path. All right, so now let's go ahead and clarify this Tower, the Disruption card. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so, I really, they said, you're going to have choices. This Tower is removing so much, but you are going to have choices. And the Two is, the beginning of a journey, taking that first step on your new journey. So that's a nice energy. The Two of Pentacles by its side, it means choices, right? And here you have choices. And sometimes you may feel like you're juggling a lot. But what they're saying is that's okay. You're really good at juggling, and you're going to be able to make these choices and not to be concerned. They're saying to me not to be fearful, that you make the right choice. You will make the right choice. They will help guide you. I'm going to get a couple more for this Two of Pentacles, please. Do we have a couple more cards to clarify the Two of Pentacles? Seven of Wands, the Lovers in reverse, oh, and the Empress. Okay, so this is lovely. So the Seven of Wands is indicating that you are going to get on top of all of this. Like right now, you may feel like you're not on top of any of it, but not to worry. You very shortly are going to get on top of all the conflict. And with the Lovers in reverse, this can be the end of a relationship, right? With this Tower, that there is a very deep relationship that is leaving you. And sometimes when this relationship ends, what happens is that we step into an energy of loving ourselves. And here's the Empress. The Empress is, just all the queens put together, extremely creative, very self-nurturing, nurtures others very well. And so when the Tower falls, and if you've lost a relationship that meant a lot to you, not to worry, because that relationship did need to leave so that you could come into this sense of truly loving yourself for who you are, so that you can then go out and spread your love to the world. It's lovely. It really is. Yes. And I have a feeling, this Tower is also, you have the Two of Pentacles, maybe taking apart, a significant relationship. But this Empress energy is just so lovely. It's so good to see. And your outcome, you have the Two of Swords in reverse. Nice. Let's get a couple more there. It just means that you are going to be able to make the decisions. You're going to see clearly. You're going to take off the blindfold, right? Because the Two of Swords upright means that you're having a hard time making a decision, but you're turning that around. You're going to start seeing which direction to go in. Very nice. Okay, so let's see what else. Five of Swords, nice. Six of Pentacles, oh, and King of Cups, nice energy. Okay, so Virgo, this is just saying that, a lot of this is your internal conflict. You're going to get over your internal conflict. And this is just your fears and all of that, right? Because you're going to come into a sense of more balance. Remember, you have the balance card here too. So you're going to come into a better relationship that is more balanced, more give and take. You may have given so much more in this relationship than your counterpart, right? And so it's going to be more balanced. Same thing in your career and money. You may have given a lot of yourself in your career, but didn't get compensated or recognized for the work that you were doing. Well, guess what? It's coming in. And here is the King of Cups. So you are going to have a new emotional balance within yourself. This rabbit energy is definitely hopping down the lane and away, and you are going to step into a King of Cups kind of energy. Really balanced, loving, generous to others. And and gender does not matter here, it's the energy. But you also could possibly have a King of Cups coming in into your life, a new relationship on the way. Very nice. So let's go ahead and pull a creativity oracle card. Let's see what we have here. So this is your card. Oh, very nice. Okay, explore. Trust your imagination to help you journey through your inner landscape to find what you seek. And I really love that, because I think, that comes back to your watching clouds, just kind of getting into your inner child and stuff. And I also think that it's about you just getting your intuitive awareness about where it is that you need to go next. All right, and I'm going to pull an angel message to finish this out. So Virgo, if you have enjoyed this reading, I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, subscribe. It really helps to build my channel and help me to get my message of love and light out to the world. I really do appreciate any and all support that you can give. All right, so here is your angel message. Manifestation. Believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and follow your heart. For in doing so, you shall manifest all your heart desires. The life you have for so long aspired to create will soon manifest. Wow, such loveliness. And you know what? Here is your, manifesting that you're doing. And you know what? I just realized you have the Empress and the King of Cups. So you definitely have someone new coming in that's going to be a great counterpart for you. Just such a loving energy. So do not fear. Allow whatever needs to leave, and thank it. for what he has brought you in your life, and then say thank you, goodbye, and move on. Well, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you lots of love and light in this situation and all your situations. Bye for now.